What is up, everybody? So we've been having some issues the last day or two with our shower head and our fifth wheel. There was a sudden loss of pressure. I took the hose off to take it out of this ring since we were pulling it down and using it in the handheld here. It kept getting stuck, and so I pulled it out of that. I detached it right here, pulled this out, ran it back through, put it all back in. We hadn't used it since the day before, and then when I put it back, there was no water pressure. I went through a bunch of stuff and tried to see what the park pressure was, and that had dropped. So I kind of chalked it up to that. Today, the pressure was back up, but the pressure in our shower was still almost to a trickle. So I discovered that when I took this piece off, it's probably got a little bit of water in it here still. I had taken this piece off, but I also took off this piece here. Let's see if I can get it off. So this is just the shut off. A lot of people have this up here on the handle, but I have the shower head super high because I'm 6'2", so I figured my wife would appreciate it if it was down where she could reach it. So I took that off, and this is what you're left with. This might make a mess. It's where the water comes out. I had discovered this all looked the same, but let me see if I can get this out here. So these are the pieces that were down in here. This was the top piece that had the little hole in it, and then it had this little valve here. So this, I guess, is a valve to stop the water from going back down, to my best guess. It just blows open like that, and then when the water's done, it just shuts itself. So this sits right in here, just like that, and then this piece kind of locks down on top of it, like that, and the shower goes back on. Today I took it off to see if the pressure was good coming out of here, and turned the water all the way on, and it blasted those pieces right out. And I took a look at it and realized I may have made a stupid mistake, and put it all back together, and it worked fine. So it turns out that little flap in there had just been turned around backwards, and or at least I guess, and it was not letting all the water through. So once we put it back together, I'll show you a little bit here. Put the right pieces on first. Now I know technically I should be putting new tape on this every time, but it's fine, and there's some tape right behind me if I need to do it again. Get that nice and tight on there. Turn the water on, and we have pressure. So yeah, that's my little fix for that. If that ever happens to anybody, people were telling me to check if there was sediment there that had built up, or you know, the pipes are clogged or the filter was clogged, which I thought was a little crazy because we've only had the fifth wheel out for probably a week and a half now, and it was working fine, and then just totally stopped right when I took the valve off. So I knew it had to be something with that, or at least I thought, and I thought I was losing my mind. But so that's what the issue was, and I hope this can help at least somebody out there.